Welcome to the Pathways to Prosperity podcast, where we explore personal, professional, and financial success stories of top achievers. Let's dive in.
Welcome to Pathways to Prosperity. I'm your host, Terrence Shabillion, and today we're joined by Sara Quintero, a Tampa-based entrepreneur and digital strategist. Starting with a thriving consignment boutique in 2014, Sara achieved rapid growth before founding Karma Chic Marketplace, a platform empowering women entrepreneurs. With certifications in digital marketing and a place in Johns Hopkins AI certificate program, Sara is a champion for innovation and women-led ventures. Tune in as she shares her journey of resilience, growth, and business evolution. Let's dive in. How are you doing today, Sara?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. I appreciate you taking your time and coming on here today.
Absolutely.
Could you give us a quick snapshot of your business right now?
So it kind of has been formulated from my prior business of my brick-and-mortar consignment business. I felt like there was a need to provide a platform for technology for the local artisans and women-owned businesses. So when I shut down my business, in 2018, I had this idea. And a couple of years ago, I started working for a startup tech company, Homey. Got some insight of running a startup tech company. And I just felt in 2023, it was the right time to go ahead and just take a leap of faith and launch the business. So I formulated the plan and then came up with the milestones of what I was going to reach to get this multi-vendor cross-promotional. This is what I call it. Because it's not just multi-vendor like a Etsy's. It is also cross-promotional for existing businesses to give them opportunities to market their businesses as well. So that's kind of like a snapshot. And where I'm at now is I have some vendors on there, and then obviously because of the hurricanes, we kind of had a couple of months setbacks. And now I'm back to going full force, and I have about 20 vendors that I'm about to onboard in the next few weeks. And then awesome. My goal is to get into other demographics, not just stay locally here in Tampa, because you'll see, obviously, the vendors I have on now are Tampa based. But I do have, I'm in communication with vendors from not businesses and artisans from other states and in like even Alaska right now that I've been talking to.
Okay.
So that is where I see the growth. They love what I'm doing. They love that I'm going to be offering resources and also that I have the tech knowledge. So, and I'm continuing, as you said, I got my digital marketing or strategy certificate at USF. And now I'm in my second week with the Johns Hopkins AI business strategy program, which is very interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Very interesting.
AI has been promised to do a lot of things, and we've already tried a lot of them, and it hasn't been quite as as promised, I guess, maybe I should say.
Yeah, I knew that is where the startup tech company that I worked for was going. I mean, they full force told us. And so I went to them, was transparent when I got hired. And I said, I have this concept. I'm ultimately wanting to do this because I knew that I did not have longevity with that company because they were going to integrate AI. So, and while I was working for them, I launched this and worked weekends and mornings and nights, as I'm sure if you're an entrepreneur, you know that's what we got to do to get it going.
Mm-hmm. Nope, I definitely appreciate that. And I always kind of chuckle when people, hey, you got it easy, or that must be nice, or, so,
I mean, when a lot of people see the end product or the shiny, oh, look at my business and everything that's on social media, they don't see the depth and the hard work that we put in. So
Exactly.
Exactly. That's why I really appreciate talking to other entrepreneurs or what you're doing on podcasts to kind of give insight of, experience of what we're doing. I mean, we're in the day-to-day grind of this.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I work with a lot of other entrepreneurs myself through several businesses. And one of the things I always tell them is that, if you want easy, go get a job. Trade your hours for dollars, because this isn't, you're not going to get away with 40 hours a week. That's never going to happen here. And
not the faint of heart.
Yes.
If the rewards are so amazing. I mean, just to see where I was. And also I'm capitalizing on the failures and successes of my brick and mortar. And so learning from those experiences and taking that has really helped me, and not having as much imposter syndrome as I had before, and just keep going, because I knew what worked, what didn't work. So
yes. Yeah. Well, that's what I tell a lot of my people that I work with now. I said, be smarter than I was. Take the my failures and learn from, don't learn from them instead of repeating them, and from that avenue, I could get rid of a lot of things that I could tell you right away don't work.
I mean, that's actually kind of one reason why I wanted to do this as well, and learning so much. And I actually just did a blog on Saturday about 2 businesses that, quick fixes for marketing, because so many of these small businesses are just starting out. You see the advertisements that come in, you see this, and you're just like, oh my gosh, and then you waste money. So I'm actually doing that and providing the resource. Hey, don't do this. Hey, let me help you, guide you, because starting a business is expensive unless you have unlimited capital, or
then why start the business?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and that's one reason why too, that I'm going to offer on my website, on my platform.
Sorry. Things popping up on here that aren't supposed to be active right now.
It's fine.
So there's a lot of competition in your space. What sets you apart, and maybe what comes easy that others find challenging?
Well, what sets me apart, I would say, one, me, and then also me developing. What I wanted to do is be able to tell the stories of the vendors that are on there. Because I thought that was so important. When I had my brick and mortar, I sold some product from local artisans, and every time I would tell a story, there would be a sale. And it's like, oh my gosh, I this resonates with me. This is so amazing. And then, so I had my developer integrate the YouTube capabilities. So I offered them, I will make them a video if they would like one, a promo video. And so it's on their forward face when they log in. And another aspect is it's so easy. I made it so user friendly. So because you're nervous about all this. And I'm like, no. I offer all the onboarding and the resources, and then be able to make them a video. I mean, it takes me, obviously with AI programs, like no time. And so that, and then having the knowledge of how to capitalize on social media and the backlinks and the SEO, that's also what I'm helping them out with too. So when I say cross promotional, I'm giving them marketing advice as well when they're jumping on. And that's invaluable.
Yes. Well, today's day and age, there's so much information out there.
Yes.
And there's so many different things being pushed to you across every different avenue. I used to think TV or commercials on TV were a lot. Now it's like, watch a video, watch a commercial, watch a video, open your email. There's 12,000 pieces of junk in there. They can reach you anywhere and everywhere, nowadays. So finding that right avenue as a small business, is tough, and finding those people that know how to navigate around those things. I'm sure as a business owner yourself, I get phone calls every day. Sign up for this, sign up for this, put it in, do this, go on a golf course, come into school, come. And it's like, holy cow, where do I put my limited funds,
Exactly. And that is all what I went through with my brick and mortar too, is that it was all on me, and I did all my marketing and I did all my social media, and because I knew I had a limited budget. And so that's one aspect that I wanted to offer as well when I did launch this, to help them. So I mean, I think in our conversation that we had prior to starting, you said I want to be able to help people, and that's truly what I want to do too. And because I've gone on this path, and so to be able to give my knowledge and help, it's hard out there.
Absolutely. If someone listening to us right now out there wanted to get better at their marketing, what's maybe a tip or two that you would give them? Simple, something easy that they could do, right off the bat, just to be a little more successful in their marketing.
Be consistent. Be consistent, show up, do it, and also look at analytics. And if you don't know how to do that, I mean, that that's something also that I'm going to offer, show them how to really review Google Analytics, review your ad analytics or your Facebook, and look at your budgets, because some people just go in there blindly, or they hire an agency and it's just like, oh my gosh, or they don't have the money and they don't know where to start. So that would be my suggestion.
Awesome. Sara, what is maybe one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome in your career?
I would say, to be honest, when I opened my brick and mortar, it was imposter syndrome, 100%. I mean, I know we're hearing this term a lot lately, but it was. I felt like I didn't deserve to open that, even though I'm the one who fully developed the plan, found a space, got the product, and did this, and then I grew, and I did that, but I didn't feel that I deserved it, or I was like, oh my gosh, I hid behind. I never said I when I was like sending out an email or this. I was like we, and it was really weird. So now overcoming that, I would say that probably was my biggest obstacle, but I learned from that. That's why I would have never done this when I had my boutique. No way.
Okay. No. Even though that's what people buy most of the time is that person. Most time people are buying the people, you hit it on earlier, the story. From my side of it, it's one of the first things we do in every business is what's our company story? What is the thing that brings people in and makes them want to work with you? And obviously the more expensive a product is, the better they need to embrace that story. So as you say, it's hard starting a brand new business, and being willing to put yourself out there, and then everybody always says fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Which is there's truth to that. Let's not be completely blind to that. Nobody wants to be your first customer. Unless it's something they're taking home and they don't have to worry about it. But, nobody wants to be the first customer of your brand new car that no one else has driven, that they don't know if you're going to be around to service the warranty. So you have to present an image, but at the same time, I think people shift too far to the other side as well, and trying to be bigger than they are, and or appear that way. So
yes,
definitely appreciate that.
After you take the leap of faith, stay humble.
Yes.
So I've been very fortunate to, once I started putting myself out there and started putting out just the idea and did my LinkedIn and my social media, people were coming to me. So I was like, wow, okay, so I do have something. And that was really exciting. That was really, put a kind of a fire behind me, because sometimes when you do launch business, you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this again? And is it going to be, what are people going to think? Going back to the imposter syndrome, I just kind of was like, I'm just going to do it and like not care. And then
I think we may be having a connection challenge here. Yeah, I lost you for a second. Okay.
and we're back.
Yeah. As I said, not very highly edited. We want people to know that this is real, that it's not something that's scripted, that we're sharing, our battles and our fight. So not a big issue from that side.
Technology, I'm in it.
Yes. No. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It sounds like things are going well for you and your business right now. A lot of our guests are looking towards the future and at how they could create passive income to enhance or even replace their current active income. Do you do anything outside of your business, or is that your income driver right now that you're planning towards the future?
Prior to Thanksgiving, when I was laid off, that was my main source of income. And coming into the new year, obviously I had to formulate where I'm gonna what I'm gonna do. So that has definitely changed. But I am married, and I'm fortunate that we have a dual income household right now. But what I'm looking to do is do some contracting work. I'm working off label with a couple of people that are wanted to update their website, to enhance their social media. So on the side note, I'm doing that work in consulting.
Okay. And I always ask people that, especially entrepreneurs, it's getting a stable income, something that's producing that income, and then allows us to be able to do what we love to do,
create.
Makes it a lot easier, from that avenue for sure. As we're wrapping up our interview, what exciting plans or initiatives do you have in the works for the next 6 to 12 months?
I am looking to moving into other demographics outside of the Tampa Bay area. So, like we spoke before, I have some businesses. I follow a lot of markets, and I have some friends in other locations across the country. And so my goal is to do as much as I can in the Tampa Bay area, and then grow in Florida, and then grow into the other demographics across the United States. And one thing that I integrated that I made a point to is geolocation specific. So whenever anybody goes into the shop, my plan is right now, obviously it's only Tampa based businesses, is to have the different cities, once I get a lot of the vendors underneath there enough to create sub categories for the different cities. So that's my longevity plan. Okay.
Awesome. When we wrap up here, I'd like to speak to you about something I think might fit you pretty well. So,
perfect. Yay.
So I definitely appreciate you coming on today, taking your time and sharing some insights and tips with us. If people would like to connect with you, what should they do?
They can contact me via email. That is probably the best way. So, or jump on the website and they can take a look of kind of get an idea of what I have developed and go from there.
Okay. And what's your email, Sarah?
It's Sara, no H, at Karma Chic MP.com.
Awesome. I appreciate you sharing that with us, and for you taking the time and coming on here today. and sharing your story with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you for doing this and showing other people, the different aspects of entrepreneurship out there that is out there.
Absolutely. I appreciate you taking that time. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pathways to Prosperity podcast. Got a success story to share? Visit pathwaystoprosperitypodcast.com/guest and apply today.